Proposal of the company Ecotours J for departures to different tourist destinations 2 days per city. Travel: Bogotá, 1 day. Montserrat Hill, located at 3152 meters high of the Eastern Hills. Montserrat is a changer of garden of the city. It can be reached on foot, by cable car, or funicular. Is sharing in the fallen Lord of great religious value. Is visited by thousands of Catholic pilgrims. From this magical place it is possible to appreciate a magnificent panoramic view of Bogotá and enjoy the typical and international cuisine. Is its 2 restaurants. The hill has been a place of pilgrims since the time of the colony. The present building of the sanctuary, complete in 1120, is erected in the same place that at the beginning of the 17th century. It occupied an hermitage and monastery of Carthusians. The sanctuary exhibits a carving of the 15th century elaborated by Pedro de Lugo and Albarracin, to which is attributed healing powers. It is the fallen love of Montserrat. Today, ruled by the Candelaria district, many of the construction of the Candelaria neighborhood, many of them of Colombia and Republic style, are conserved and have been declared as an historical and cultural interesting. In this area of the historical center of Bogotá, there are about 15 institutions or artist groups, museums, and research centers, as well as theaters, libraries, and universities. In their house is 19th century eaves and colonial balconies, hide the ghosts of the viceroys who once habited courtyards and alleys. Today, the mansions are theaters: La Candelaria, Sequizano, El Tecal, García, Márquez, and museos Colonial, Base, Casa de la Moneda, Quinta Bolívar, Militar, or have disappeared to raise in the place the modern buildings of the university, La Salle, Externado, Andes, and the most visited library in the continent, Luis Ángel Arango. 2 steps, the streets of the Candelaria, which seems to reach the sky, have seen the history of the country go by. Long before Gonzalo Jiménez de Quesada founded the city in the village of Alcázar and built 12 chozas or houses in Chorro de Quevedo. It was a sacred site for the Muisca. Attraction and new activities. Travelers have at their disposal an array of entertainment that includes about 15 museums, as well as good food and health, life, and natural reserves. In the Candelaria neighborhood, in addition to story to present of Bogotá, Colombia beats nobody in this world to be surprised by the international restaurants, the coffees they invite to the bohemian, the artisanal galleries, and the centers dedicated to the culture that receive every day to thousands of people coming from all the confines of the planet. The plan at Alone in Agrus is unforgettable. Leticia, Day 1. Transfer Leticia, Puerto Nariño, passing through the points on the 3 borders observation of the Vitoria Regia, the large lotus of the world. Arrival in the Ticuna indigenous community in Macedonia for interaction and purchase and handcraft and palo sangre. Puerto Nariño, nativity scene of Colombia, visit to the Tarapoto, lakes for observation of pink and gray dolphins, depending of river level back to Leticia. Day 2. Land transfer to the indigenous community, walk through the jungle, activity to fabrics of native planting, stories, meetings, and legends, and night walk through the jungle. 14 minutes. They observed the moon leave, return to Leticia. Cartagena. First day. The stern. At is the altitude and 145 meters. The monastery of the Popa is the most important tourist site when it comes to Cartagena. The mountain was made out this way for the navigators, since it looked like a ship and offered spectacular views of Cartagena de Indias. Today, San Felipe de Barajas Castle. Located on the top of the San Lázaro Hill, this former military complex is the largest building of America. The Castillo San Felipe was built in the strategic place in order to observe the invasions of pirates on the city by land or by the way of Cartagena. Medellín. One day, Guatapé and the Stone Peñón. Accessible for the bus terminal in Medellín, an hour and a half away, Guatapé knows the two of the Zócalos. We folded in the 70s to produce 13% of the country's electricity. Now is the one of the most beautiful artificial lakes in this world. When you can practice several water sports located in the strength of Guatapé, you will have to climb 740 stairs to reach the monumental Peñón stone and hits 22.0 meters high. Day 2, the Berrío Park. Accessible by metro, Berrío Park is famous for the tourist Plaza de Botero, its imposing statues, and the Temple of the Candelaria. Accessing by metro for the population station, the Lleras Park is in the trading bars and clubs area of the Medellín. There you can enjoy the nightlife of the city. A faithful reproduction of a typical Antiochian village from the beginning of the 20th century, El Pueblito Paisa was built in the top of Cerro Nutiberra, about 18 meters high. It offers a united point and few towers to the city of Medellín. Results for the course of Colombia. Human resource. 2. General coordinations. The tourist coordination will be training to coordinate the provision of service during the trip and the destination, verifying the fulfillment and the service contracted on the travel plan, the rules, as well as providing assistance during the trip, controlling the totality of the activities required until their effective concretization, taking into account the criteria of safe, environmental impact, human relation, quality, and productivity. 2 kids, one of them will be bilingual. The gifts after an informative and entertainment tour an age-determined area. They offer a kind and courteous treatment to the visitors, and their objective is to make your visit pleasant, identify and evaluate the risk inherent in each of the activities and the external risks that could affect the tour. To support guides, the support here will be from compliance with schedules and control to about alteration of the travel plan, compliance with transporters, contractors, and insurer, the company that organizes the trip, and evaluate and inform about the quality of the service that are part of the tourist package. Passengers are informed about the character and scope of the route, visiting activity, as well as the expected environmental and the social behavior. Attention is given to the tourist risk, trying to help accompany safe and conveniently attend. 1. Technical of account and finanza. Our person is the support of the general coordination, is managing all the money necessary for the tour, since our company is in charge of the whole package. Account for operation and financing resources, preparing a sub-in accounting and final reports, defining financial objectives, analyzing accounting and final results, among others. Physical resource. Policies. We contract a policies for each member of the tour with covers Travel assistance insurance is not too expensive and covers almost unexpected envelopes and disturbs of money in case of emergency. For paying for making servers to sending money in case we are robbed. The insurers will be there to get us out on trouble and resolve the situation of beneficiary as possible. Health and insurance. El insurers we hire will cover a wide spectrum and situation and will be require medical attention. No need to think about dramatic situation. The travel assistance insurance is applied to our daily health. Legal insurance. The insurers we hire must also provide legal assistance, support materials, personal information from attendants, clear phone numbers, disease, place of residence, and age. Preparation. This form is essential at the time of making a tour since to get will take charge of the group of people. Is this why in the release with what age range the group is formed, the identification, and each one on the disease that is us. Bueno, we need telephone, megaphone, amplifier, walkie-talkie with full batteries and another batteries. Preparation. I will take something communication device, communication radios, so that the groups of people can hear the information that is transmitted by the guide. It is necessary to get apparent batteries, also a mobile phone load to be in contact with the guests that accompany. Orientation material, travel maps, compass, y global position system. Thank you.